for best of 3 sets, sending it to the Predator press box.
Welcome everybody. It's semifinal time. We got Josh Filler against Max Lechner. Semifinal of the men's Las Vegas Open. This is Eric Horlison, and I'm joining the box with Ben Francis. We're in for a treat, Ben.
Yeah, what a match we got on our hands here in the semifinal. The Killer Filler versus Mad Max. They're both playing Super Pool this week. I would expect this one to be highly contested. Best of 3 sets, race to 4. If it goes 3-3 in the third set, they will go to a spot shot shootout. And we got the other semifinal going on table 1. You heard the announcer there. It's Fedor-Gorst versus Wojciech Shevchuk. Be a good match over there too. The final of both divisions, the men's and the women's, scheduled for 3 p.m. today, Vegas time. Don't want to miss it.
Filler's advanced to the semifinals through wins over Billy Thorpe, 2-1. George Hadakis, it's a tough name. 2-0. Juan Carlos Exposito, 2-0. Chris Reinhold, 2-0. Carlo Beato, 2-0. So not dropping many sets, Ben.
Yeah.
2-1 against Shane Van Boden in the quarterfinals. Lost the first set and came back.
Yeah, good comeback. And for anybody who watched the doubles last night, they were all but out of it in the semifinal. The doubles down a set and down 3-0 in the second set. They made the greatest comeback you might ever see.
He played really well in the final too. So Josh is on point this week.
They have a stellar team in the World Team Championship starting tomorrow as well. He might just take down all the prize money this week.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Tall task here in front of him with Max Lechner playing some great pool. I got to witness it firsthand.
Yeah, that's right. Played him in the final 16.
Yeah, he played a great match against me. As expected, Max is a elite level player. Misplayed this one a little bit though. He's left Josh shot. I think he can attack the cut shot here with the cue ball going up there for the 2 next.
Yeah, pretty natural position. Just played to the left of the 3.
Pretty good crowd gathered here now. Not an empty seat to be had. Standing room only.
Like trying to get above the 3 and coming 3 rails back to the 4 here, Ben.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's what he's going to try to do. That way he doesn't have to deal with the 5 or the 6.
8's kind of in the way of the 1 rail path. 7's a little in the way on the other side, but should be all comfortable enough to draw it tight of it.
He landed a little flatter than I think he would have loved, but you can definitely work this stroke for it. Plenty of power.
There is a stun up the left side.
That's, I think, what he just looked at too, right?
I don't like it though. I feel like the 9's blocking a lot of that angle.
Well, and then I think maybe the 10 would come into play if you get, you know, a little funny on the 4. 10's in play trying to get back to the 5.
And just cinch the position, but he's in trouble here. Cross the angle a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know about that shot. He thought he was going to get a bigger bounce or carry a little more spin, but he misread it completely. Full ball hooked.
It's just the trouble when you're crossing the angle and involving another ball in the path that you're crossing on.
Kick this one towards the side. He's hoping to get some safe underneath the 9 here. Hit it pretty thin. Maybe he's trying to get under the 8 and just contain the 4. It's not a bad shot.
Yeah. Not much here for Max.
Yeah, no easy safety. He maybe thin the 4 into the 7 and use the 9 for cover.
I saw that. If he wants to get really aggressive out of the gate, the bank's there.
That was my first thought. Usually, that first aggressive thought is not the right one.
Yeah,
not for me.
It's very aggressive for the bank. You'd have to draw it.
Yeah, you'd have to draw for position, which makes it not really worth shooting.
Look at this creative shot.
5 rail safe with the stun follow. What a shot.
Wow. Might have got him.
Josh shook his head right away. I think maybe he's got him.
That's a very intelligent shot by Max there, recognizing that the cue ball was going to tend to fall along the rail. Didn't quite get behind the 7, and Josh has got him in trouble here, but good attempt.
Yeah, very smart to send the cue ball, you know, towards the 7, but also send the 4 nice and safe off 4 rails there. Max with the short cue, gonna try to jump this one on the side. These are tight side pockets, 4.5 inch at the side, 4 1/8 the corner pockets.
Try.
I put on display there how tight the sides are because he hit that about as good as he could.
Too sharp on the side here for filler. Killed it to take the cue ball onto the 6.
Yeah, he's called the bank, but it's more of a two-way shot. Definitely controlling the cue ball underneath the 5 is the goal. She's done absolutely fantastic to get it under there. Max is kicking off 2 rails. You'll see them bring 2 cues to the table often in these situations because you only get 30 seconds with one 30-second extension. They don't want to have to use the extension unless they need it. So they bring 2 cues to the table. He's going to drop his jump cue on the floor there. It's not the worst thing that could happen.
No, good result there from a kick safe.
It's maybe too thin to attack this cut shot with any control of the cue ball, so maybe another save from Mr. Filler here. Trying to get that cue ball underneath the 5 again, I think. Well, maybe he was using just the 9 ball. There's a pretty good shot.
See, Filler has the left edge here. If he does, it won't help him much, but he'll prefer it over not being able to see the ball at all. Doesn't have it though. 2-rail kick behind it.
Yeah, Max is going to try to get a little 2-rail and get some separation here.
Just trying to go 2 rails at that one, but it ended up okay. So good safety exchange here in the first rack.
Yeah, I'm loving this already. And a good sign, I think if you're Max, this is a really good sign. You'd have to think you need to slow this guy down a little bit, right? You can't just have him out there freewheeling, running balls.
Well, that's the danger, and that's how Filler beats a lot of players, is he just gets in that freewheeling mode, and he's so good on those that offensive open table play. And look what Max tried to do in this rack. Couple good kick saves, jumped at a ball. Filler still finds a way to get on the advantage here.
Yeah, he still found the bank shot. Bit of a long one here, but it's a big favorite. A little thin. I don't think he goes up and down. I think he's just going to float this one. Yeah, he had lots of room to work with there. A lot of open table between the 8-9. Just giving this one a double check, but I think with a 2-inch draw, will be fine. Okay, he was going a little to the left with the cue ball.
Yeah, I wanted to find a way to play the 8 to the left middle, but just had a little too much angle.
Well, he needs to be sure potting this ball into a tight pocket. Not a problem. Right down the middle. Wasting no time getting from the 9 to the 10. We saw he played quite fast at Derby City a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he really had no choice. He had to come back 11 rounds in about 2.5 days, maybe, something like that. So he just kind of, he was even joking about it on Facebook. He was just saying, I got my skates on, or I got my running shoes on. and he was still able to beat some of the best players in the world by huge scorelines, man.
I loved Shane posted after something along the lines of, he spotted everybody your rebuy and still won the tournament.
Yeah.
Because he had to forfeit his winner side match because he was sick. He had some food poisoning. Stormed back through the B side, no problem. Through the rebuy side, I should say.
Lechner's come to the semifinal by wins over Vitaly Patsura, James Cabal, lost to Mario He in the third round. Defeated Spencer Layden, Jason Shaw, yourself. Hate to bring it up. Just kidding. And we had Pongers in the quarterfinals.
Should be noted, very enjoyable match, even though I might have let it slip. Max is a perfect gentleman, and it was really enjoyable to play him. He's a good ambassador of the game. He, tapped on the table every time I made a good shot, and he got out of my line of view, like moved chairs a couple times if, I was shooting towards him, which is not something you see at this level all the time.
Yeah, most of the European players are real solid on etiquette.
Yeah, I was very impressed. We had a little joke and a laugh, and it was a good match. Real fun, real enjoyable. Push out here from Josh, gonna challenge Max to the safety, but I think the 7 ball's pretty big here. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I like it. He doesn't always have to get behind the 7. He can bank the 2 up the middle, and we'll try to line the cue ball up the 7, but not a super high percentage. Gotta get the speed exactly right.
Just contain the 2 is the key, right? That's what he's done.
Can't hit it any better.
Yeah, that's a sweet shot. Really good. Full ball hooked behind the 7. I'm not sure I love Josh's push there. I mean, you're never at an advantage being the one pushing, but I think he left it too easy for him there.
Yeah, I mean, the X factor was he was always going to get the 2 safe and then a decent shot to get the cue ball in line with the 7, which he did. Look at this. Controlled jump save.
Wow, what a shot. What a great shot that is.
Back up the middle again now for Lechner.
Yeah, similar shot, just going the other way, right?
Easier this time because the ball he's playing safe behind is closer to a rail. It's a little too close to the rail, actually, Ben, but he can get behind it.
Does he maybe just use the 5 instead of trying to get behind the 8?
So there's 2 balls over there. It's not good work.
I think just contain the 2 would be the big goal. Yeah, he really tried to go behind the 8 there.
8 was just in that little uncomfortable spot where you kind of have to land the cue ball perfectly. You can't really use the second rail as much. Typically, you'd use the second rail and go into the angle of the ball.
Josh has called the 2 ball up there. Yes.
2 rail at cue ball behind the 4-6.
Yeah, I suppose maybe he couldn't see enough to cut it in from there. Or there was just no payoff. I mean, nothing on the 4 after.
The rack's tied up now. 5's tied up with the 8. 4's tied up with the 6. And there'll be a lot of tactical play in these next few innings here.
Yeah, they made a mess of it a little bit. But, I mean, really, if you're Max, you love this. This is what you need, I think. Some safety exchange and just try to slow him down a little bit. Everybody in the arena's got their fingers crossed for a Gorst filler final. But, they both have their work cut out for them.
Another ball tied up now.
Pretty good shot, actually, to hit it off the end rail like that. It's pretty good.
Can't really just slide the cue ball into the 8 because the 2 is going to hit the 5 on the way through.
Yeah, you can't really go the other way, like thin off the 2 and behind the 5. I don't think that's there.
Maybe the 2 follows forward a little bit through the 5 and gets covered by the 8. Tricky. Bring the cue ball back towards the 10, maybe.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, so he is going to play it kind of heavy.
Stick the cue ball behind the 8?
I think that's what he's going to try to do, more like almost a stun follow.
Yeah.
And just hope the 2 gets way up table. Creative with the safeties, this man.
Yeah,
that's
good shot.
Good shot, and I think that's what he needs to do. He can't play any soft safeties. Even this might not get the job done. It's pretty straight in with the jump shot.
Yeah, first jump cue attempt from Filler.
He's got that new purple air rush, beautiful cue. Definitely gets over the ball super easy. As you can see, he broke it out. It's not what he wanted to see.
First open play chance for Lechner.
Yeah, a little bit of moving of the cue ball here from the 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6. Not easy. Both these players that are warming up on the outer tables over there, they both look pretty good over the ball. I mean, they always do, but they both look up for the task today.
Max has a new school pre-shot routine where he kind of stands in the middle of his body and then steps over to the lines, taking a look at the pocketing angle. Now he's on the sight right stance, steps over and gets down. It's very repeatable. Similar to what Federer Gorst does, but Federer aims a little more off the side of his body.
Yeah, a little more off the side. But I was noting that when I was playing Max, he does have, like you say, kind of a new school routine, you know?
Yeah, see how he's standing with his feet in the middle? Yeah, change camera angles, but
very square, and then
steps into it sideways.
Steps in sideways, yeah, which is not at all how I was taught to play pool.
Yeah, it's a new school thing. It's called sight right, actually.
Yeah, sight right.
Yeah,
exactly.
you can take a course about all the intricacies of it, but no doubt he's using it.
These players always evolving their game too, always, you know, tweaking little things here and there, and I think that's what makes them so great. They're always searching for something extra, especially at this level. It's all the really small, fine details that separate them. He's got 2 balls over a hole to tie this matchup.
First break coming from Max. Usually breaks from the side rail, especially in the latter stages of the tournament. Keep things tight.
Yeah, he broke from the side rail the whole time I played him. I think he only broke from the middle once and it didn't work, and he just went straight back to the rail.
I saw him do an early round and he broke from the middle and absolutely crushed the rack. Had 2 or 3 break-in runs in the set, so he is capable of going to the middle if he feels like it.
He does have a really huge, powerful break. He's got the highest overall performance on the TV tables here at 933.
Interesting.
It's pretty high.
Super high.
Yeah, it's break success at 57%. It's pretty high as well in this format.
Yeah, so I mean, you can look at the on-paper favorites, like thinking Filler's a favorite, but when you hear numbers like that, it means Max has played very well over the course of this tournament.
It looks like they've played, you know, at least 5 times, and the score is 3-2 for Filler. So Max with a couple of wins there.
Okay. Square hit, flat with the cue ball, nothing down.
Yeah.
So the one ends up between the 5 here. It's right behind it.
See him hold his hand up there, apologizing for getting a little lucky here. Didn't have to end up that way when you break dry. He will contemplate the kick combo. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it looks pretty wired to the pocket.
And you just got to spin the cue ball a bit because the side pocket's in the way of the rail where you need to hit. I don't think it was wired. I think he had to cut it a little, and that made it way harder.
Yeah, I was actually leaning towards that rail that he did hit. Max has got a full pocket for the 1 here. A little deceiving from the overhead, but I'm down the line. He's got plenty of room. Looks like the 2 passes the 7. Another run-out chance here for Lechner.
Yeah, the nice thing, they're all close together up there. Shouldn't have to move the cue ball too much, right?
Yeah, I like getting below the 4 and playing up the left long rail for the 5 and the right middle. Bigger angle here. He's going to have to go through the 5/8.
Yeah, he's got to avoid some traffic here. Anytime you're spinning the ball, it takes away the accuracy on the pot a little bit. He's already shooting to a tight pocket over there. Well, he rubs the 4 on the way in, but it's okay.
Yeah, this will still work to come into the angle of the 5 in the left middle. Players have been avoiding the side pockets, but whenever you can play into the angle like this, you got to consider.
I think it works good from here. I think he's perfect. Just a little bit of inside spin. Didn't flirt with it too much, but he didn't want the cue ball on the rail, and he's shooting this 5, so he got it off the rail just a little bit. Pretty good crowd going on both tables here. Nice to see. I know the players really love this event because the crowds are great. They don't always get these big crowds, but they got a huge crowd this week. There's 12,000 league players in the building.
Yeah, free to watch if you're on site. And free to watch on Pro Billiard TV. It's a privilege for all the pool fans out there.
If he draws this one over to the side rail and back, or if he's going to follow it, maybe with some inside spin. So he's going to draw it.
Yeah, just keeping the spin down on this size pockets.
That's a comfortable way to play the shot, where he's going to be accurate, potting the ball a lot too.
Fans don't realize because these guys don't miss much, but the difference between playing on 4 3/4 inch pockets and 4 1/8 inch pockets is massive.
It is a huge difference, yeah. It might be a small measurement, but it's a massive difference. Oh, Max looking good out there. Gonna put some pressure on Filler early. That's what he needs to do. Two one up, race to 4. Best of 3 sets. Still lots of work to be done, but he's looking good out there.
Yeah, only 1 break in the match so far, but he'll want to get back to his 57% overall break success on the TV tables.
I think he's only played 1 match over here, but he had 2 break and runs as well. Pretty good. I mean, it's not easy to break and run out in this format. They've had 2 players run the set, or only 1?
Better Gorst, Sanjin Palivanovic, and Mika Immonen.
And Mika, yeah.
In the history of the whole Pro Billiard Series.
Incredible.
And that was with early 10s. No one's ever done it. It's the first tournament. It doesn't include early 10s. Don't know if there were specifically any of those runouts, but it is tougher when you can't combo in early balls.
Yeah, definitely. Watch the 1, gets kissed. Kissed again.
Yeah, had it going on a solid track, but a ball came near the side and kicked them away.
It's a pretty good sign for Max out of the gate is the balls are maybe rolling his way a little bit. I don't know if Filler can see enough of this one to cut it in. Yeah, only enough to try to play safe, and he made a mess of it.
Yeah, I didn't want to flip the 3 in there. So option to Max now. I think he'll stay at the table here.
Yeah, he's got a pretty playable safe, and you don't want to put that guy back in because he'll figure it out. I think anytime you can see the ball and you're playing Filler, you should probably shoot. Don't let him do it. Well, and that really goes for any of these guys. I mean, you don't want to let them do it. They're so good with the cue ball. It's called the bank on the 1 into the low right of our screen here, but I think it's more about the cue ball control here, trying to play a two-way shot. He really went for it. Yeah, and that was not as much two-way. He really went for it. What a beautiful shot. I think that's what he's got to do here to beat Filler. He's got to, you know, kind of make it happen himself. He can't just wait for Filler to make a mistake. Definitely. Might not ever happen.
Yeah, definitely the stronger the player you're playing against, you have to take the initiative at certain points in the match. Just picking out the right times and ones that are high enough percentage for you, but he's gone wrong here.
Wow, what a big mistake that is. After a super shot on the 1, might have wasted it. See if he can find a kick shot here to save the day. It's not easy. You gotta spin this one lots, change the angle. What a great effort. He's not left anything easy.
Yeah, Filler being so strong on the pocketing, I'd put him very likely to take the offense here.
Definitely put him over 50% to make this one, but I don't know if I'd put anybody too much higher than that. This is a tough shot.
Back to the pocket then.
Yeah, he might have been more like 90% there. Most of us mortal humans might have been 50%.
Yeah, put him in a category of his own on shots like that.
Yeah. Man, he just shoots the eyes off the ball. He's so accurate. This one's in the corner, I believe. Well, Max let one slip a little bit there. I think that's might be a key moment in this match already in the short race.
Yeah, great opener on the 1. Really.
It was a disastrous shot on the 2. Completely misjudged it. And he had a lot of room to work as well. I was surprised to see him go into that ball and be hooked.
Filler's getting loose here.
We saw in the last match what can happen when a player gets loose. Cheska got a little loose, and there was no stopping her.
Yeah, you did that match. She actually struggled a lot in her quarterfinal match, which we did together.
And then not as much in this match this morning did she ever play good.
Huh.
She looked like a completely different player than what I saw yesterday.
And how'd the other women's semifinal go?
Wei wins. First set 4-0, loses the second set 4-0, and then wins the third set 4-2.
Okay, so Wei and Centeno in the women's final at 3 p.m.
3, and we'll have the men's final at the same time. Lots of great pool to watch today, and then lots more to come this week. The World Team Championships and the Junior Open coming up. See all those great sponsors along the arena boards there. Big thanks to them for helping with the prize money, and of course big shout out to Predator and Pro Billiard Series for giving these players this great event. I know they really, really love playing here.
Yeah, first time at the Westgate for the Pro Billiards Series, and everything's gone very well over here.
Yeah, I'm really liking this setup. Really nice venue. Josh gonna rip the break.
One ball's there.
Yeah, one ball's in, two balls dressing up.
First break and run chance for either player.
Yeah, it's all about the 3 to the 4, but I think the 4 goes in the same pocket as the 2.
Yeah, there's room there. I believe he can check it enough with some right spin to avoid the 4. Not sure what he was looking at there. Hitting the 4 and coming onto the 3. Cue ball's going to the left too much.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's not willing to play with a bunch of inside spin to avoid that.
Draw into it. Oh, he was trying to clip the 4 there, but he's still okay on the 3, and it's ended up in a pretty good spot to actually attack the 4 in the top right.
Yeah, he might have landed absolutely perfect there. It's going to be all about the 6 to the 7 now, you'd think. Be the only hurdle left.
Yeah, looks like the 7 passed the 9 in the same pocket as the 4.
Yeah, and with the 5 so close to the 6, you think he gets exactly where he needs to be on the 6. He's going to want a similar angle to what he has now. He took the other angle, and this is good because the draw is gripping really easy on this new cloth, so I kind of like the way he played this. I think a lot of times I would have left the other angle and it would have been a little tougher to control. I think this is easier to control.
Yeah, I think he was looking for that other angle first, but just got a little straight on the 5. Got good here, even to the point where he's drawing into the rail and back into the angle of the 7 oil.
It's perfect. That's a great shot.
Yeah, he's able to avoid the 8 going through to the short rail. Cue ball's not hitting the 9. Just follow play here. Filler likely coming with his first breaking run of the match.
Yeah, super opportune time to get himself on the hill in this first set. I think they could put this guy on a 10-second shot clock and he'd still have 5 seconds every shot.
Yeah, it didn't affect him in the mixed doubles turbo yesterday at all.
20 seconds was too much time for him.
Josh and P are becoming a real strong doubles team, as you would expect, but they won the mixed doubles in Spain. Now they've won the mixed doubles turbo. They've actually won 2 of the last 3 mixed doubles tournaments.
Yeah, impressive, because there's so many great teams. Not easily done at all. Beating all these great players over and over again. Definitely a formidable team, the Killer Fillers.
Former world team champions, along with Moritz Neuhausen, and they're going to have the same team here this year.
Yeah, Moritz got to be in the building today, you'd figure.
Yeah, coming over from Miami. Congratulations to Duan Kwok Hong for winning the Premier Pool League.
Well deserved, and he's such a good ambassador of the game as well. Just a gentleman and always smiling. Seems like a nice guy. I haven't met him, but nice to see the nice guys win, you know. Filler to break after the break and run. See if we can get another one, close out the set. 9 ball gets kissed in. 1 ball's not available. He could contemplate cutting this ball in the corner. I mean,
I think he will. I think he's avoiding the scratch.
Yeah, and the 2 is there, right? You don't have to go crazy getting position on the 2. You just take what you can get. It's near the side pocket there. Near enough, anyway. First glance, I thought maybe he's scratching, but no, he's well clear of it. Just a high ball. Oh, how good is that?
That was the only part I was worried about, maybe coming inside it and not getting a shot, but he's dead perfect here.
Yeah,
And looking to finish off the set with a 2 break and run effort.
yeah, this would be a nice way to finish it off. Keep Max in the chair. He's playing good, so you really want to keep him in the chair.
Yeah, we'll just take a peek at the overall performance here in the first set, but it's very high from both players.
Yeah, has Max really made any mistakes? Has he missed a ball? I think just hooked himself on that one shot.
Yeah.
But he made a super shot on the one. So you could almost say it evens out. But it was a big mistake, hooking himself there. On a pretty open table. He had a pretty good look.
Filler shooting close to 900. Max still under 800, but that's just because he hasn't pocketed enough balls offensively. 0 missed shots for both players so far. Safety efficiency in the 70 percentile.
Yeah, that's high level pool for sure. Very, very high level. Josh takes a look at the shot clock. He says, "That's not my clock beeping, is it?" Swore I had lots of time still. That's a great shot with the soft spin there. He made that look a little easier than it was. Could have been dealing with a lot more angle on the 7, but he landed pretty much perfect. Not so much here, though. That's well short.
Yeah, one more good shot to finish off the set.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Just draw back 2 rails.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he does, or if he just plays it with top, just kind of back and forth across, take the cut shot on the 10. Looks like that's what he's going to do. Yeah, I kind of like it this way. Higher percentage of pocket the 8 ball playing it like that. If he tries to draw it, he can catch it thick sometimes.
For sure, and not giving up too much on the 10.
Yeah, it's so close to the hole. He doesn't miss this ever.
Whoa, almost.
Just had to test the commentary curse there a little. Doesn't work with good players.
Oh, quick first set from Lechner and Filler. They're going to go on a 5-minute break. We're going to go on a 5-minute break as well. You can flip over to table 1. Wojciech Szewczak and Fedor Gorst in action over there. We'll be back with the conclusion of this match. Players are back in the arena, and it'll be Lechner to open up the break in set number 2. Played a good first set, Ben. Josh did filler things.
Yeah, really did. He's an unbelievable player. Just 2 breaking runs to finish the set. It's pretty strong.
Lechner going with a controlled break. The one ball's going to fall.
Yeah, he didn't hit that one as hard as I've seen him hit some. Took a little off trying to see if that would work, and he did make a ball, but nothing happening on the 2. You try to bank this one with a 2-way cue ball?
Yeah, I think the bank's going to be a little short, but can create distance for sure. He's looking at what he can hide behind coming up table. Maybe the 5, but it's risky going off the inside of the 5 and into the pocket.
Yeah, I agree.
6, 7's a decent wall too, if you can get the cue ball over that far.
He's looking
Must not have enough of it, Ben. It looked like he had enough of it from the overhead, but just going to push here.
Yeah, he's playing push. So hard to do against somebody like Filler. How do you challenge him? And are you willing to let him shoot?
Yeah, well, this one's attempting into a bank. The safes are too tough, so I think either player that shoots here is going to have to be going all in on the bank.
Yeah, he's giving this one back. I'm not surprised at all. I think I'd do the same thing. I'd be giving this one back right away.
Even on the bank, the 9 and the 4 in the way of the position for the 3.
Yeah. I don't think Max had a million options there. This was probably what he had to do, but anytime you're pushing, you're at a disadvantage. You can see it here.
You could draw through the 8 and free the cue ball up on the right long rail. Tough shot here.
Yeah, he's got to really rip it.
Is he trying that similar shot that he tried before? Bank it long and then follow the cue ball behind the 10?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because the position's tough here.
I think if he's playing that shot, it almost needs some inside spin, like some right spin. It's going to make the 2 straighten out too much.
Right.
Send the 2 on the wrong path. Oh, what a great shot this is. Looks like it just got there. Creative again with the safety play.
Definitely. Usually you think about those bank corners of banking kind of the long rail and back to the middle rail, but he purposely played it long twice to create distance, and he got unlucky here. He left Filler an angle at the 2.
Just enough to spin it in there. Yeah, that is a bit unlucky, because at first glance when Max hit that shot, it looked really good. It was really not good. Good for Josh. And this is the last thing Max wanted to see was Josh straight back to work running open balls.
And Josh is getting comfortable at the table now. Not, he always is, but getting more table time in than Max in the last 3 racks.
It'll be about the 7 to the 8 here. You'll see him take a second. Try to find the right angle on the 7. Drop below the 8. Definitely have to shoot the 8 in the corner where Max is sitting. Can't risk playing above it. Side pocket's too big. Cue ball on a string here for Joshua. He's looking like he's going to be really tough to beat today.
He's on 2 break-and runs in a row, Ben, from the last set, so positive signs on the break too. Everything looking good for Filler in this match.
That's extra worrying if you're Max, because you might not get out of your chair again in this match. minus getting the balls out of the pocket. Good way to stretch the legs. You're sitting there watching your opponent run out every time. You might as well get up and get the balls. Yeah, he's been crushing the break, Josh. Making a ball, getting a look at the opener. Big prize money up for grabs here. Winner of this event is going to take $45,000. I remember growing up watching pool. I'm sure you can remember too. In the U.S. Open 9-ball paying 20.
100%. I played in it when it was 30,000 first prize many times.
Yeah. Now we've got just the Las Vegas Open paying more than that. Pool has never been in better hands than through companies like Predator, I believe. Doing great things for pool. Not just the men's game, the women's game, the junior game, the team game. They even showcased a little straight pool this week. Trying to bring back some of the other games too, and I really love that.
Yeah, last year we had a 16-player invitational banks tournament and a one-pocket challenge.
I really loved the banks last year. I'm a big fan of that game, so I loved watching that. Well, Josh makes a ball on the break, gets an open look at the first shot, he makes it. He's off to the races again. What's he going to do with this 3-ball, though?
I think he's going to have to lay up and play the cue ball behind the 8, but should have Max in a bad spot.
You see him looking at maybe the in off the 9 inside. I don't think that's there.
Yeah, if anything, it's going to jam short.
Now he's looking at a combo. He doesn't want to play safe next. He wants to just keep running out. Can't say I blame him. That is the sound of Mr. Gorst winning first set on the other TV table.
Look for the offensive options, but he's just going to settle for defense in the end here.
Yeah, I like this, and you picked it out right away. I think it's the higher percentage to just try to bury him here. Don't try anything crazy unless you have to. Well, he didn't freeze him up as bad as I thought he might.
Yeah, I went for the more aggressive freeze, playing the cue ball further away from the 8. Could have rolled up onto it. Really trying to get a strong safe there against Max. It ended up a little worse.
Yeah, Max could jump this ball in. He's plenty tall enough to reach it. Yeah, I do think you'd have to like half sit on the table though, right? I don't think it's tall enough to just reach it. Would have surprised me if he didn't. Oh, he doesn't go for the pot there. He just plays it safe. It's not going to do it.
Looks like he's left it. More good signs for filler here.
I don't see a problem here, Eric. Do you?
Just got to run into the 6 properly. Might be straight enough to draw straight back, and he is. So yeah, he's okay to have a good look at the 5 here.
Nothing in the way. 8 and a 9 together. Looks pretty good from here. It's already up 7,500 from the doubles. They $15K for winning that one. There's a lot of prize money up for grabs for him this week. 45 here, 40 apiece in the team championship.
$100,000 week.
Yeah, he could have a 100K week.
Wasn't a break and run this time, but it was a break and save. So Max hasn't shot offensively in those 3 games, plus the one he lost prior. Filler just really controlling the overall play here.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything Max has done wrong other than that one shot where he kind of hooked himself. He hasn't done anything wrong. It's been all Josh Filler. The crowd is used to seeing this. Took an extra second on that 10 ball. I think he slopped one in earlier, and it maybe did him good, actually, to wake him up.
Filler's been breaking from the same location all match. Really fluking a couple balls in, Ben. The one's not going down, or the 4 railer.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. It's not like if you're in Max's chair, you're that worried yet, because you know there is a chance you still get a shot. It's not like he's had full control of the break. Has been a little lucky to be getting the opening shot. Perfectly composed. They call him Mad Max, but he's anything but mad. Seems to be a pretty calm guy from what I've noticed.
Square hit from Filler.
The one misses, and he's not going to get one this time. And the one's going to dress up for Max.
Max's first offensive chance in 5 games here.
The 3 ball's a little bit in the way. Punching this one across to get on the 2.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to risk going off the top side of it and playing the cue ball towards the side, but that's going to bring the cue ball a little wide on the 2. Just survival here, getting a shot on the 2.
Yeah, even far away like he's looking, that'd be fine. Just have some kind of look at it. You try to do too much here, you end up, you know, getting behind a ball, or you just miss the one somehow. Or I think he's got to just take what he can get.
Drew straight off of it, that works. Distance.
Yeah, not a lot of angle to work with here, which is going to make 3 to the 4 a little more difficult as well. He's going to be dealing with some traffic there. If he tries to get this little window between the 5-7, I'd be really shocked.
He hasn't looked at anything else. It must be too straight, so he knows if he draws straight back, I guess there is room kind of straight back and then play the cue ball 2 rails back to the 4. But yeah, getting hit in the window there, that's a stun follow hit. It's extremely tough from that distance.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it.
Just draw above it, right?
Yeah.
It's got an angle come 2 rails back.
Well, and it was the first thing he looked at. And usually your gut instinct is very correct. Now it looks like he's stun following it.
Look at this.
No.
It's so tough, though.
Yeah, that's 9 out of 10 tough to control that one. I'm not sure.
Just wondering what he would have been worried about to draw it more. I mean, the cue ball would have been playing naturally back to the 4.
Well, and here's the other problem is, say he does get that window, where's the cue ball going to get on the 4? It's kind of tracking towards the side pocket.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't going to be perfect anyway. Should spin this one for the hit. It's a good hit. And he's not left anything too easy.
Philip's been on point on the safes overall.
He's another player, very creative with the safeties. We saw it in the last rack. He went for a little extra on the safety.
Yeah.
Where I'm with you, I would have just rolled up to the 8, take the easy one, but he tries to do a little something extra. And
Cue ball behind the 4-10 will work here.
yeah, use the 6 to stop the 3 where it is. Okay.
Simpler with the cue ball. Had a good, decent wall there with a 5-7, but he missed it.
Yeah, now he's going to be behind the 10, you'd have to think. Max is going to freeze him up here. He's got a good chance to wedge him. went the other way. That's very surprising. I suppose he can bury both balls that way, but I thought just underneath the 10 was simple and plenty effective.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive safes overall here, not just settling for any kind of coverage, really trying to get a ball in hand somehow. Just tough with your opponent so strong.
Yeah, like maybe once a year Josh gives ball in hand up from some spot like this, but look, he's going to scratch. No. Pretty close. Good speed control, they say. Tried to horn hook him, I think. Couldn't find a ball to hide behind, so he tried to hide behind the rail. This time he tries to use the 10.
Standard safe would be to bank the 3 up the middle here, but there's nothing to hide behind in that case this time.
Yeah, I think it's more of the side to side. Maybe use the 5 or the 7. Try to just slip the cue ball around the 6. Yeah, they always just find something a little extra.
Yeah, it's creative safe play for sure.
That's a great shot he played there. Is there a little window between the 5-7 to get a hit here? I think there is.
That's unlucky for Filler if it has ended up like that. Looks like Max is looking over to the right long rail now, so 2-rail kick.
Comes across the top of it, really nice. That's a great shot. It's so good.
And that's the reason why they're looking for these more aggressive safes. Like, he's in a bad spot there. He's forced to hit half the ball off 2 rails. No problem.
Hits it perfect.
One shot execution.
Yeah,
He's got it. Filler's got a similar shot here.
yeah, very similar, except maybe the 7 is in the way of escaping this time. He tries to hit a little fuller on the bottom side of the 3. He comes across the top of it too.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, that's just super high quality stuff from both these guys. And on slippery cloth like this, it's not easy to judge those little 2-rail hits. They just make it look super easy.
Just a little side comment here. You see that shot in snooker a lot, but the difference in snooker is that they favor the top side of it, because if they miss it, they just shoot again.
Exactly.
So, I mean, this is like, you have to hit that part of the ball.
Is he going to cut this one in? I think so. What a shot.
He was going to end up on the 4,
Yeah,
but he's back in some kind of...
He's not going to love this.
At least he's playing safe first now.
Can he thin it and get the cue ball under the 5, or does he need to use the 10 and kind of bank the 4 towards the 5?
He will play that thin shot if it's there. So I don't think it's quite there. He's running out of time here.
I like this shot. This was the first thing I saw. Just draw it underneath the 10. Well, he cut it a lot more than I thought he would.
You have to keep the 4 away from the pocket, I think.
Yeah, I think if he goes just underneath the 10, the 4 is going right near that hole. So probably smart to just play it into traffic there and leave distance. I mean, this is what he needed in this rack, was a little safety exchange and try to slow this guy down a bit. He was just going to run away with it. Look at this.
Right in line.
Look at this. Unbelievable speed control there. He is that good.
So far this match, so far this tournament.
Can you see some of this ball? He's called it in. I think he can see it.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, the cue's leveled out. Yeah, he was always playing safe there. I don't think he was going for that ball too much.
Let's see if Filler can pull off the perfect kick safe here. Get in the cue ball behind the 7. Not much risk in it. 4 should kick up the right long rail, and the 8's blocking the bottom right.
Yeah, even if it goes wrong, I think you wouldn't be selling out a shot with where the 8 is. Good chance it goes right, though.
Perfect again.
Yeah. These guys make pool look way too easy. This is such a difficult game, and that shot right there is so hard. He just makes it look like it's super easy.
It's not flashy because the balls aren't moving much, but the exact judgment hit the exact part of the ball relative to speed, relative to table conditions. You just get it right so often.
It's the table conditions that really shock me too, you know, because the slide and how good they judge it. Is this going behind the 9? Yeah, he kind of waved his hand there, so I think maybe. Oh, it didn't get there. It didn't. The wave of the hand was I wish it got there wave.
Yeah.
Floats that in perfectly. It's all about the 7 to the 8 here.
Combos too off angle as possible, but not high enough percentage.
Yeah, I'm trying to drop below the 8. Like between the 8 and 9 is maybe super risky. Depending where he lands on the 7,
He's
of
going
course.
to try to come across into it if he gets straight enough, but he's not. Maybe just barely bend to get into the 8.
From this shot.
Yeah, but I think it's got too much angle here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is too much. You have to hit it a lot of soft draw and left spin.
He's just going to take the combo.
Or would he contemplate the bank on the 8 later?
He could.
Because the cue ball might go into the 9 if you got the correct angle. It might, you know, have a payoff.
Yeah, it's not that bad from this angle. The 8's not going to be moving that far away from the 9.
Yeah, the combo looked better from that angle. From this angle, the combo looks nightmarish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from the straight on view, it's very playable. Yeah, look.
Like so straight that I don't think the 8's going to move very much, and he can shoot the 8 in the same pocket, which is a big advantage. To worry about how the 8's going to play on.
That way he can focus a little more on the accuracy of making the 9 ball without having to worry about the 8 and the cue ball.
Did come off a little, but he's still got the bottom left, I think.
Maybe
No,
not.
going to stay in the bottom right. 3 rounds around with the cue ball.
Yeah, I think he's okay where he can level out. Maybe just top spin. I don't even know if he needs any side spin here. Pretty natural.
Great shot. The match from Filler so far.
Oh, he's playing unbelievable.
Max just smiling in his chair.
Yeah, nothing you can do over there, Max. Nothing you can do. You don't need to shake his hand yet, but it's beginning of the end, you would feel, for Max. We've seen some good comebacks. I don't know he's coming back on this one the way Josh is playing. He needs a miracle.
It's got to be close to 950 now in player overall percentage.
I would think so, yeah.
Performance. See that here. .903 only.
Only. That's not very good. Oh, this level is seeming to increase more and more every time I watch him play, which is hard to believe that he could get better than he is. But he seems to be getting better still.
Way ahead of the ball's pocket. Oh, the cue ball's going in, so Lechner is going to have a chance here. First offensive chance in a long time.
Yeah, and the ball's opened up okay. He's got a half decent look.
Filler's a fair bit ahead in the ball's pocket. It's 66 to 24, indicative of the score line.
Yeah, the score kind of tells you that for sure.
One missed ball between the two.
Only one missed ball. Unbelievable. Through 9 games, that's pretty impressive. He's got to get from the 2 to the 3 here, and then everything else is okay. Oh, he lost it right away. He didn't want to be shooting over the 6.
Yeah, he's got to draw to the 4 now at best.
Yeah.
Ideally, if he can draw past the 4, he'll be okay. And even if he does go into the 4, he's still fine, but just a little tougher than he wanted here.
Oh, this is handy that he can level out and cue around the 6. If he was shooting over the 6, it's triple tough. And I don't know, he would have been able to avoid the 4. The cue ball if he was jacked up. He did well there. The thing you gotta love about this winter breaks is you always feel like you have a chance. Even though the tables are breaking tough, you still feel like if you just get a ball and you have a look, you can keep control of the table.
Yeah, that's how Filler got ahead, really. Max is definitely capable of the same.
Yeah. One of the better breakers of the game for sure. He can really rip it when he needs to.
Better Gorse jumping in balls over on table number 1.
Yeah, Gorse doing Gorse things, right? Maybe the best jumper in the game. I mean, Jesus might have something to say about it, but better jump's pretty good. Just gonna want to land with plenty of angle on the 7 because he needs to land straight in on the 8 for the 9 in the other corner. I think that's what he's going to be looking at. Get a little flat on the 7. This isn't a lot of angle to work with.
Yeah, looks like he's looking middle table, so he's just gonna ramp up the speed a bit. He's got too much speed to come all the way back to the short rail and into the angle.
Yeah, and
then
then
forward actually, Ben.
Yeah, and then he just take a little angle on the 8, maybe come back and forth. It's a good stroke. He's got such effortless power. Makes it look super easy to get all that juice.
Yeah, you can see the cue ball bending back straighter there, holding the natural angle real well.
I was just going to say, it really wants to shoot towards the side pocket there. Rails are extra bouncy. He might have got slightly away with that one because could have went straight in the drink there or could have caught the horn and had absolutely nothing on the 9. He does have a makeable shot here. And it's almost to the point where there's not that much pressure on this shot. Like, you almost have nothing to lose here, right? Down a set, down 3-0 to the best player in the world.
Yeah, you kind of go into give up stroke. Like, it's just terminology, but it just means that you just kind of loosen up a little bit because you know you have such a long way back. The fact is, though, that if he misses the ball, he's likely out of the tournament.
Yeah. It is a tall task to come back on this man, but one shot at a time, as they say. This is one tough shot.
It's there.
Really nicely done. He's going to extend this one. It's not over yet.
I haven't seen him break in such a long time, Ben.
I think the last one he hit, he took a little off.
I remember that.
Yeah, he didn't really full speed it. He kind of took a little off to see if he could make the ball. See what he does. See some of the crowd filing out. They probably got a 1 p.m. match over there on the other tables. I've got a couple of friends over there playing some 1 p.m. matches.
Yeah, teams will be rolling in probably today, Ben, or tomorrow at the latest.
Yeah. It's going to get even busier in here. Let's see if Max can extend this match a little longer. He's cutting it lots, and he's not hitting it at full power.
Work this time?
And can he see the one? I think he can see it, but can he see the right side of it to pot it? Looks like maybe.
Tell by his body language right now.
That's what I was looking for. He scratches his head like maybe not, but he doesn't give you too much to work with, right?
Yeah, he's looking at playing the one up the middle, or is pointing at the middle rail, so that involves any offense.
Yeah, I think that tells me he can't see it. And he's looking at push out now, I think.
Yeah, he was looking at where he was going to push, actually.
But I don't think the push is the right play here if he could see any of the one. So maybe he can't see any of it. Yeah, you got to tie up a ball here, so he's going to push the 5 towards the 10. Try to create a problem. Didn't really create a problem, though.
Really good enough as far as tying balls up.
I don't know, you want to challenge this guy? I don't. But he did good to pin the cue ball on the rail there. That was one part of the equation he got absolutely correct. I just don't know. Letting Josh see the ball is just dangerous. He's so good with the cue ball.
Gets a couple times that Max has gotten the worst of the push exchanges.
Yeah, the player playing the push is always at a big disadvantage.
For sure.
You could see it there because he didn't really have much to do, and I don't think he could, take on the jump after the break because he wasn't getting shape on the 3, so it wasn't worth it. Otherwise, that might have been the option. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. You just have to put him there, and you have to hope he hits it kind of bad.
Sure. Contact, leave it.
Yeah, that might be his last shot of the tournament, although these balls lay super tricky to run out from here.
Yeah, the key to this one is going to be getting a proper angle before we can come 3 rails around the 5, ideally running into the 10.
Definitely lots of work. 8 kind of in a funny spot. 6, 5 to the 6 is going to be a little funny. 7 in the way.
This is the shot here. 3 rails around. He moves the 10 and it'll open up the 8 a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too. If he could move the 10, that's going to make another pocket available for the 8, which he would love. Just coming in at some speed. 10's going to move, but not out of the way.
Still did well to get good on the 5 here.
Still really good. Yeah, nice angle. He can go forward here. Top little left spin off a couple of rails. Small bounce. You could see he was a little worried there for a second. If he got a big bounce, he was going to be behind the 7.
Eight's too sharp on the side, so there is room between the 8 and the long rail to develop something with the cue ball back towards the 9.
Well, he's landed exactly where he needs to be on the 7 to just slide over. And he uses the other side rail very smart.
What a performance from Filler here, Ben.
Just, I mean, he never ceases to amaze me. I think every time I turn around, I'm like, is he really that good?
0 missed balls, ton of kick safe situations where Max did his best to get Josh in trouble. He never drew a ball in hand.
He just did everything so right. He broke good. Safeties were good. The potting's been unbelievable. This guy is an absolute killer. The nickname is very fitting.
It's the 10 and moving on to the finals. Great tournament from Max Lechner. He'll be involved in the World Team Championships with Team Austria.
Yeah, congrats to Max for a really nice tournament there.
We still have Fedor Gorst and Wojciech Szewczak over on table number 1. You guys can join that match. Come back for the finals at 3 o'clock. women's semifinals are done. Yeah, the women's
Yeah.
finals is set as well. Christine Catch against Wei Su Chen. And those will both be at 3 p.m. local time.
Well, it's Wei and Cheska Sentinel.
Oh,
in the
sorry.
final,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Thank you.
And then Filler versus the winner of the match on table 1. So go check it out.
Yeah. Back with you guys all day. Finals day today. For Ben Francis, Eric Carlson. Talk to you soon.